sometimes we put everything we've got into creating our sales funnels, but we don't always end up with the results that we want. So instead of throwing out that entire funnel and starting all over again, let's give your funnel the TLC treatment to optimize what you've already got. Hey Empire Builders, welcome back to my channel. And if you're new here, my name is Haley Dale, a content and sales funnel strategist, helping you create more purposeful, productive, and yes, profitable content too. So if that sounds like something you're looking for, make sure to hit that little subscribe button down below this video for more value-packed videos just like this one every single Monday. This video is for anyone who has already built their sales funnel or multiple sales funnels, but aren't exactly happy with the results that they've gotten so far. And they're not sure what the result is. They know it's not working, but they can't exactly pinpoint where it's not working. So give me a like if that describes you below this video. And then if you're not sure, if you're like, I don't know why this funnel isn't working, make sure to check out my sales funnel audit calculator down below this video. I'll link it below so you can go and figure out what your numbers are and where the funnel might not be working. So sometimes if we don't know, we hazard a guess. And oftentimes from my experience, I've found that we're often way far off about what is actually broken in our funnel, and it's key to identify what the thing is so we can actually fix your funnel. Let's go through the emotional journey of launching your sales funnel though. I find that it mimics the same kind of journey that launching your first website has, right? So you build up all this courage, you put all this work in, and then you hit that publish button on that website, or the first or second, same thing with your funnel. And it's, I've built it, here it is, let's open the floodgates. Only that flood is more like a drought when you actually open your funnel for enrollment or launch that first website. It's the same kind of feeling with our sales funnel. Setting it up, building it, and launching it is only one half of the equation. We still have to do the work of getting people to that sales funnel and continuing to optimize that sales funnel. So getting it launched is a huge feat, and congratulations if you have gotten your funnel to that point, but it really is only half of the work. That brings us to my funnel TLC method, which is a way of reviewing and optimizing your funnel to see where it needs the most attention and what tweaks we can make to improve each of those sections. In this case, TLC isn't just like the extra love and attention that we're paying to our funnel. It stands for three very important areas of your funnel: traffic, leads, and conversions. So that is how this video is going to be broken down. How to identify if you have a traffic, leads, or conversion problem, and what you can do to optimize and fix each of those. But before we get to that, I want to have a quick word about expectations. Something I have come across a time or two myself is people who tell me that their funnel isn't working because it's not hitting those big numbers that they set for themselves or that they were expecting. I want 10 sales a month coming from this funnel, or 100 sales a month. Come and get it. Maybe I've come across this a time or two myself, and maybe you might relate, but sometimes people tell me, funnel builders tell me, that they have launched their funnel, but it's not working because they're not hitting their goals. They set it up expecting, I want 10 sales a month from this funnel, or 100 sales a month from this funnel. And when they're not hitting those numbers, they're writing the entire thing off as a failure. But if they're honest, and once we start questioning and looking at their funnel, there also hasn't been a ton of people through it. So maybe their list is starting more on the smaller side. So basically my whole intention of this little chat, this little aside here, is to make sure that your goals that you're setting for your funnel are lining up with what you're working with, lining up with where you're starting. And remember, there's absolutely no shame in starting with some baseline goals. Instead of 10 sales or 100 sales a month, how about one sale consistently per month, and then working your way up from there before optimizing your way to even bigger sales goals. So if you're not currently hitting a consistent sale every month from your funnel, start there. That's the first step that you got to get through. That's the first hoop you got to jump through in order to get to whatever that ultimate goal is. So make sure when you're setting goals for your funnel, we're being realistic about where you're starting, and we're embracing the concept of baseline goals. So let's talk traffic and your traffic boosting checklist for your funnel. So the T stands for traffic. And the first thing to look at is traffic, because when I find that people are struggling with their sales funnel, it always comes down to, are we even getting enough people through here so that we can measure it? So based on your goals, are you driving enough traffic to the entry point to your funnel, which in most cases is a landing page for that freebie, in order to reach your goals? So to diagnose it, if you have a traffic issue, look at the number of unique visitors that are coming to your opt-in page and compare that with the number you need in order to hit your goals. If you're not sure what those numbers are, make sure to download my sales funnel audit calculator down below this video to figure out what those numbers are for you. I'll just say that most people have a T problem. Most people have a traffic problem. So if you find that you're in this boat, you are so not alone. Basically, we need enough people going through the funnel to even measure the conversions or the leads that we're getting. So most of it comes down to this. So we want to make sure, I have 10 different things that you can use to increase the amount of traffic to your opt-in page. So traffic booster number 1 is you can use a Facebook ad to target new audiences or lookalike audiences. Traffic booster number 2 is experiment with Pinterest ads. So promoted pins are a great way. They're a cheaper cost per lead way of getting traffic to the opt-in page. So create 5 pins for your landing page for your freebie and get them out there and promote them on Pinterest. Traffic booster number 3 is write a new blog post as another entryway into your funnel. So have you written a blog post about the topic of your freebie where your call to action in that blog post is your freebie. So essentially you're putting a form in that blog post, thus creating another entry point into your funnel itself. Traffic booster number 4 is to create a social media campaign around your freebie. So make sure you schedule around tweets, Facebook posts, Facebook group posts, Instagram stories around it. Also make sure that there's a link to the sign up in your bio, your pinned post, and your profile cover photo, depending on what social media platforms you're using. Traffic booster number 5 is to do a live video. So do a Facebook Live or an Instagram Live where you're talking about the process of your freebie and inviting them to sign up for it. Traffic booster number 6 is to send a mini email sequence to your list about your freebie. So one of the ways to get more people through your funnel is invite your current list through it. So you can either do this through my testing protocol that I teach in your Content Your Empire, or you can do this by inviting people, simply inviting them to sign up for the freebie. So also think about the people already on your list as a way of getting them through that as well. Traffic booster number 7, ask your business friends to share. So do they have a great blog post about this topic where maybe you could provide a resource for it? Traffic booster number 8, add an organic share incentive to the thank you page. So this is something that I've done during live challenges, during launches, but I find it works incredibly well. So giving a boost for people sharing it, unlock this extra little bonus for the freebie. Traffic booster number 9, create some new pins and schedule them daily. So instead of full social media campaign, bring that to Pinterest. Can you do a lot of different graphics for the freebie as a way of getting the word out about that freebie? And traffic booster number 10, provide solutions. So what I mean by this is look in Facebook group, look on Twitter, look on Instagram or forums for people looking for help with the problem that your freebie solves and offer up that solution. So there are 10 ways, there are plenty of more as well, but just focus on these 10 as a way of driving more traffic to that freebie and to that landing page. So let's move on to your lead boosting checklist. So if you have determined that your traffic is good and that's not the area where you need to improve upon, you're getting plenty of people going to that landing page, the next place to look is your leads. So are enough people signing up for your freebie once they're on your opt-in page? So the average conversion rate for sign up pages are between 20 and 30%. So if yours is falling within that range, and keep in mind, even if it is, there are still things you can do to improve that page. Most of my pages, just for reference, convert above 50%, so 50 to 60%. So there's definitely some room for improvement. But if yours is below that 20% or below that 30%, definitely an area to focus on improving and optimizing here. So if leads are the area that you need to focus on, I have a couple of lead booster tips here. So 10 things you can try to increase and optimize your funnel for getting more leads to sign up. So lead booster number 1 is consider adding another freebie or content upgrade that serves as a slightly different audience or niche. So like an additional blog post, like we talked about in the traffic session, this can be another doorway into that funnel. So and it'll also let you test whether it might be that the freebie just isn't answering the problem that your target audience actually has, or a very easy way to make it specific to a certain group of people. If you're helping moms, maybe it's moms of toddlers, maybe it's moms of new babies, maybe it's moms of twins, I don't know. Maybe it's photographers or VAs. So make it specific. Where can you make this freebie specific to a certain audience as a way of creating an additional way into your funnel, but make it specific to that audience group? Lead booster tip number 2 is look at market fit. So if people are coming to the sign up page, but not signing up for the free gift, why? Is this something that they actually want, or are you maybe targeting the wrong audience completely? So asking yourself some of these hard questions and starting to experiment a little. Lead booster number 3 is to tweak the copy on your opt-in page. So I want you to go section by section and do split testing of your opt-in page if your opt-in page tool allows it. We don't want to change everything at once though. So maybe try changing the headline or changing the bullet points or changing the call to action. Lead booster number 4 is to add a retargeting ad to target anyone who's arrived at the sign up page but didn't opt in yet. So if you're pretty sure it's a right fit and you're pretty sure your messaging is good, maybe they just accidentally closed the page and didn't end up signing up. So try a retargeting ad. Lead booster number 5 is change the design of your opt-in page. So try different colors, different images, different mock-ups for the free offer. Like with the copy tweaks, go section by section and only change one thing at once so that you can pinpoint the reason why the opt-ins improved or didn't improve. So that's why we don't want to change everything at once. Lead booster tip number 6 is to add a retargeting Google ad to target anyone who's arrived at the sign up page but didn't opt in. If you're sure your copy is good, you're sure your offer is good, try something else to retarget them and get it in front of more people. Lead booster number 7, add an exit intent pop-up to your website and sign up page. So just a way of getting some more people in there. We don't want to be annoying, so definitely not as soon as they come up, a pop-up is coming up in their face, but maybe an exit intent pop-up. So put something on there for the freebie. Lead booster tip number 8 is add more forms on optimal places in your website. So on the home page, the contact page, your about page, sidebar, make sure the freebie is highly visible to increase the number of people signing up for it. Lead booster number 9, add a retargeting promoted pin for anyone who's arrived at the sign up page but didn't opt in. So one of the things about Pinterest is because there is so much traffic that comes from Pinterest, sometimes people are clicking on a lot of stuff. And so our bounce rate is incredibly high with Pinterest traffic, more so than other types of traffic. So it's just something to keep in mind that a retargeting promoted pin can work wonders here. And finally, lead booster tip number 2 is add some social proof to the sign up page. Do you have any testimonials for this freebie? Media icons where you've been featured? Just add some extra social proof and like proof that this method works and there's somebody credible who can really help them. All right, part 3, the conversion booster checklist. So your leads and your traffic are good, but the problem is I have a ton of people signing up for the freebie. I have a ton of people going there. That is all good. But people aren't actually buying in the funnel. So how many people are becoming customers or clients once they've entered your funnel? And think about what the call to action is, right? Am I asking people to sign up for a free call? Am I asking people to purchase something directly? Average conversion rates are usually between 1% to 3%. So if yours is falling short of that, here are 10 things you can do to optimize your funnel for more sales or conversions. If your open rates are a little low, conversion booster number 1 is to test some different subject lines in order to get people opening more of the emails. The more people opening your emails, the more people have an opportunity to actually click through and sign up. Conversion booster number 2 is to test some different call to action. So if people are opening the emails, but they're not clicking through, test some different call to actions in there, test a button versus an image, and just see what you can do to get people to actually click through. So conversion booster number 3 is to tweak the copy on your sales page. So if people are landing on your sales page, they're clicking through on your emails, but they're not actually purchasing, maybe the issue is your sales page, right? It's not communicating effectively. It's not persuasive. It's not enticing. Tweak the copy on your sales page and go section by section, split testing if your sales page tool allows it, but making sure not to change everything at once. Conversion booster number 4 is to add a retargeting Facebook ad to target anyone who's arrived at the sales page or anyone in the funnel who hasn't purchased yet. Conversion booster number 5, add a retargeting promoted pin to target anyone who's arrived at the sales page or signed up for the freebie but hasn't purchased yet. The same thing, conversion booster number 6 is the same thing, but let's use a Google ad for that instead. Conversion booster number 7, add more social proof to your sales page. Maybe people need to see people who look like them, who have the same problems that they have, describing what they actually were able to accomplish with your offer. So put more social proof on there, test having that in. Conversion booster number 8, add an affiliate program and have past customers do some of the legwork when it comes to marketing your program. Word of mouth is the most powerful form of marketing that is out there. So maybe leveraging that will help you get more conversions. Conversion booster number 9, add a chat support to your sales page. So if potential customers have questions, they can get them answered right then and there. Conversion booster number 10, increase the number of ways for people to pay. So this is, maybe you don't offer PayPal, right? So try adding PayPal on there and make more accessible payment plans. Some other things you can do on there is also adding like a proof widget. So who has signed up from where, just as a way of, that's an extra way of adding in some social proof. Maybe working on some of the messaging. You can also do some retargeting Instagram ads as well. So play with some of that messaging as a way of increasing those number of sales to get them between that 1 to 3% or even beyond that. So are you ready to start optimizing your sales funnel? Check out the written version of this post for more explanation of the actual conversion checklist, and grab my sales funnel audit calculator if you're not sure where to even start. That's linked below in the description of this video. And if you want more videos just like this one, click on the next video on your screen and make sure to subscribe. I drop a new video every single Monday.